We're talking about an explosive, show-stopping, game-changing, electrifying athlete, and that's Kian Schaffer Baker, and this is the road to the 2020 CFL Draft. Now, I can vividly remember the first time that I met Kian. Now, I got a phone call from an old high school coach, and he said, hey, you need to meet this young man. He's an unbelievable, very ambitious, hardworking young man, and I want you to meet him and give him kind of your background of how you made it, because me and him went to the same high school. And so, I gave Kian a call, and I said, I'm gonna come pick you up the next day. And so I showed up with my friend Natea J, and he comes to the car, and it's a funny story. I remember him walking out of his house, and he must have been 5'8" and about 120 pounds soaking wet. We get to the field, and just from the first drill on, I can see that this guy had something special. He had some different type of swagger, a little bit more enthusiasm in the way he walked, and you could just tell that he wanted it just a little bit more.
What's your name? Kian Schaffer Baker. There it is.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've always had this goal and dream to be a professional football player, whether that be at the NFL, CFL level. I've always had this ambition to just strive for greatness. And I knew that it would be a long road ahead, and it would be something that I'd have to work at day in and day out. To make my dreams a reality, I knew it'd take a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and commitment. My mom always told me in life, no matter what it is you're doing, always give it 110%. That extra 10% just puts you off on that extra edge and puts you further ahead of everyone. Growing up, I wasn't always the biggest guy, the fastest, the strongest, but I knew that no matter what, I always had to work hard. In order to take my game to the next level, I knew I needed some help with these skills just to get me over that next little edge. So that's when my football coach, he introduced me to Shea, and that's where we started working out. He started taking me to the field, working out with Natea, just before he was heading off to the CFL. From that moment on, every single day, we just started getting after it.
And I remember at that time, he would come, and he could barely even do a pull-up. He couldn't even do a push-up, 10 push-ups if his life depended on it. Squat was horrible. Everything just needed work, but you could tell that he would show up on time. He made sure that he was getting the job done, and no matter where he was at, say I asked him to do 10 push-ups, he would do 11.
Shea and I, we used to train down there. Didn't have a lot of space down there, didn't have a lot of equipment, but we made do with what we had. I remember on my lunch break, Shea used to come and pick me up, and we used to go over to Hershey Center to go train with all the pro athletes over there.
So while Kian was in high school, one of the biggest, I think, X factors that allowed him to grow into a very mature athlete was to surround him with other elite level football players. And because of my connection to CFL and a lot of people that I knew, I wanted for him to be around a lot of great people. And so I used to always bring him to the Hershey Center so he could learn from other great CFL wide receivers, guys like Chad Owens. He used to train with Juwan Breskis in my basement. He used to work with guys like Natea J, Shamad Chambers, elite level guys that have already been in his shoes before and that were striving for greatness, and they have done it. We have guys that are MVPs of the CFL, Grey Cup champions. When I'm thinking about a guy that's ready for the CFL right now, he's been ready since he was in high school. He's been maturing. He's been working hard. He has everything. He has all the intangible, all the tools put together from a young age, and that has got him ready throughout his college career to this point where he's already has that poise. He already knows what it feels like to work at a high level. He has made so many unbelievable, game-changing, electrifying plays. And there's no coincidence guys like Juwan Breskison, one-handed catch. Guys like Chad Owens, one-handed catch. When the game is on the line and you need that playmaker, throw it up to Kian because you know he's gonna come down with it with two hands, one hand, it doesn't really matter. His hands are like glue, and it's from years and years of us working in the basement, hand-eye coordination. We had the Vertimax on, we were working on those hands. From times that he was with other professionals, giving them key pointers on how to catch the ball. It has all come to fruition, and that's why we're training so hard right now for the 2020 CFL Draft.
It's been a long and tough road, but I wouldn't change any of it for the world. I'm excited for what's coming next. Path to the 2020 CFL draft. I'm literally just watching my dreams unfold in front of me. I've been dreaming about this stuff since I was a little kid, and I'm starting to make it into reality, and I'm going to continue to work day in and day out to achieve all these things that I have set in my mind. No matter the circumstances, there's no excuses. You either want it or you don't. People are always going to try and take you off your path, tell you you can't achieve things, but that's when you just get to go and prove them wrong. I'm going to continue to achieve my goals and work hard every day and get better and prove everyone wrong.